Hey, it's Mark Elliott from Venture Accelerator Partners, back with another short video blog. Today we're going to talk about fractional sales versus a full-time hire, and this will be some things to consider when you're trying to make that decision. And just to give you a level set, you fractional sales is where you're hiring a part-time person to help with your sales efforts. There's all sorts of flavors. Could be a fractional VP of sales, a fractional account executive, or a fractional BDR. For a lot of founders, that fractional BDR, as an example, or BDR, full-time BDR, is really the first hire from a founder-led sales perspective. So let's talk about that, and probably with more focus on the BDR role. So how much money do you have available? Not just for 1 month or 2 months, but you might need to be able to fund that person for several months without them generating enough revenue to recap their costs. So you need to make sure you have those dollars available to do that. And that's where a fractional would be less expensive, out of the gate than a full-time hire. Fractional, again, you're not going to have the same potential output as a full-time hire, but it's maybe a good way to get started if you don't have the money to sustain a full-time hire for 6 months, as an example. Do you have the time needed to help with that full-time hire? That could be, again, it's not just the ongoing management, but also, they are going to need some more help from a sales 101 perspective. If you hire a BDR, as an example, full-time hire for BDR, they're going to need some more help, not just in your solution, but also in some of the general sales, because maybe they haven't had a lot of jobs before they're working with you. So they're going to take that time. Do you, as a leader, have the experience to manage someone in sales? It's different than managing somebody that's in a operations role or technical role or finance role. It's going to be really different. And if you don't have a lot of experience in sales, it might be challenging for you to manage that resource. And do you have a sales plan ready for that new resource? I'm a big believer in that the founder should generate their sales plan that help guide the sales effort. Now, one of the things when you get a fractional resource is they'll help typically work with you to help create a sales plan that they can execute on, and that maybe gives you a good basis for future hires as well. So again, do you have a sales plan? If not, you can't really hire somebody full time if you don't have that in place. So just things to consider when hiring, a fractional versus a full time. In my opinion, if you've got the money, you've got the time, and you've got the experience and you've got a plan, then you should definitely hire full time. If you're short in any one or multiple of those, then maybe consider a fractional sales resource for your organization. I hope you found this helpful, and hopefully you'll tune in again to watch another video. Thanks.